Can you imagine being so hated, so despised, so problematic that everybody is celebrating your death? It is crazy. Now, people need to look in the mirror. Conservative people, specifically, they need to look in the mirror and realize that they are the problem. These narcissists, they cannot realize that they are the problem. The only people that I do not see celebrating this man's death are conservative people. Of course, the MAGA Republicans, they are one. These are the only group of people that I see not celebrating this man's death. Like, even though, like, you would see Democrats, like other people, like professional politicians or influencers who have a lot to lose, they are very careful about it. They will say things like, "Oh, this is very unfortunate," things like that. But most people in general in the United States, like most of them, are celebrating this man's death. It's crazy. And I logged in on Twitter yesterday and today, and it's crazy. Like, the only post I keep seeing are people making fun of his death. That's crazy. Like, I can log in now and I can guarantee you that my timeline is going to be full of people. Like, I could not see anything else. I could barely see anybody talking about pop culture, those type of things. It's like everybody's celebrating this man's death. You will see, like, the only tiny group of people who are sad about it are the MAGA, the Republican people. So people try to say things like, "Oh, why have we become so insensitive?" Things like that. "We are terrible. The left is this. The left is violent. The left is that." They try to gaslight us. And the truth is, we are just tired. We are tired. We are angry. Okay, like, we are tired of being mistreated. It's simple. Let me tell you something. As much as conservatives hate anybody who is not a conservative, like, they just hate on anybody who's not a conservative. Like, conservatives, they are not welcome. Like, you are not welcome to them at all. Like, they are not welcoming. Like, it doesn't matter, like, how hard you try to please them. You would see people trying to please them, especially women, trying to please conservatives, and they still don't get respect. You still treated like lesser than. I really do not understand, like, why you're putting on a cape for somebody who will never put on a cape for you, like, somebody who does not care about you. And conservatives, they are trying to gaslight us, saying things like, "Oh, we are terrible. We should not be doing that. We should not." Excuse me. Let me tell you something. If somebody like me today, a black gay man, and especially like somebody who's not an immigrant, I'm a U.S. citizen now, but somebody who's an immigrant, you can see it in my accent, died, and and Charlie Kirk knew about it, he would have celebrated it. He doesn't care. This is the same man who was quoting Bible verses about homosexuals being executed, like homosexuals being condemned to death. That's the same man. So you want me to die? Like, you want to see me gone, but I should not be laughing when you're gone. Like, fuck you. You're not gonna gaslight me with that shit. It's simple. Like, I'm tired of turning the other cheek to get slapped. And when you turn the other cheek for Republicans, they are going to slap the other cheek, because they like people think like when somebody is abusing you, and you coward, like, you being a coward in front of them, like, that's gonna, like, make them have pity on you. They're not gonna have pity on you. They are going to take advantage of it. They slap that face, and you give them the other face to slap. They will slap it. That's easy for them. That even better. um yeah, what was I gonna say again? uh as much as conservatives say things like people hate Joe Biden, people hate Barack Obama, people hate Kamala Harris, this and that. Let me tell you something. Not one day has Kamala Harris been trending, people wishing for her to die. Like, not one day has Joe Biden been trending. Joe Biden's, like, people have been manifesting Donald Trump's death. That's how much this man is hated. That's how much this man is hated. Like, people outside of MAGA do not like Donald Trump. People outside of the Republican Party do not like Donald Trump. Like, this man is hated worldwide. Can you imagine if that was him? Like, you see how people are celebrating. And Charlie Kirk was not even like an international person. Like, he was mostly like a US person. Like, people outside of the United States don't know him. Like, they do not care about him. But you see how that broke the internet. People are celebrating it. Like, most people you will see are celebrating it. It's like, when you go online, you will see like 95%, like, 90%, I'm not being exaggerating, are celebrating it. Now, can you imagine if that was Donald Trump? And people have been manifesting Donald Trump's death for so long. That's how hated this man is. And I don't see people celebrating Vladimir Putin's death. Somebody who's terrorizing other countries. Like, I don't see people doing that for him. I don't see people doing that for Netanyahu. Like, but you see people celebrate, like, you see people manifesting Donald Trump's death. That's how much this man is hated. And conservatives, they like to gaslight you into making you believe that this man is loved, this man is respected. No, this man is not respected globally. He is not like, he's the most disrespected president of all time. The most disrespected. And they act like if Kamala Harris was elected, she would not be more respected than. Trust me, Kamala Harris would have had more respect than Donald Trump on a global scale. This man, like, no one take him serious, and people want to see him gone. That's how much they hate him. And the thing is, they spread so much hate in the world, and hate never wins. They should learn that from the Nazis. Look at what happened after Hitler. The Nazis, like, they became unpopular. They had to flee the country. They had to change identities. They had to hide. They were hunted, imprisoned, executed. Like, right now, conservatives think this is fun, terrorizing people, and they want to terrorize everybody. They want to steal people's country, like, conquer people's country, kicking them out of the country. This is a very colonial mindset, and they do not care. They want to do that. Like, people think Donald Trump is kidding when he's saying things like, oh, he's going to invade a country. Like, people think he's kidding. He's not kidding. This man, like, he was raised, if I'm not mistaken, like, he was raised in the Jim Crow, like, era, like, those racist era, like, those racist, like, that's how he was raised. And his dad was very racist. Like, his dad was part of the KKK. People don't want to talk about that. His dad was was part of the KKK, and this is a very racist family. He was raised like that, and people say, like, you see him, his dad was even worse than him, and I believed him. Because now because Donald Trump was in the public's eye. Like, he has been popular. He had like a public image to maintain, even though he's always been an asshole, but he still had to reserve some of his behaviors. He still have to reserve some of his behaviors. But his dad was around at a time when popular culture, like, people were not on, people did not know him like that, things like that. He was not in the public's eyes like that. So yes, he was even worse than Donald Trump. And and even Donald Trump's cousin, one of his cousin, has been, putting things out, saying how terrible Donald Trump's dad was, like how crazy this man was. Donald Trump's dad was extremely racist. Like, he was a member of the KKK, and people like to gaslight us, saying things like, "Well, Donald Trump's dad was not a member of the." Um, honey, this man was arrested at a KKK, rally. Please, and this man was extremely racist, from what I heard. Like the way he talked about people, like the way he would not rent black people homes. Bro, please stop, stop it. Yeah. So Donald Trump is the product of his parents, and you can you can see that, like, this is the product of his parents. And yeah, so what was I saying again? Like, Donald Trump has been spreading chaos, like, not just in the United States, but globally. Chaos. It's just chaos, chaos. And this is a man, like, I do not understand why people um like why people see this man as an alpha male, this and that. Like, the bar is so low for the white community when it comes to being an alpha male, when it comes to quote unquote strong man. They like using this word. Like, why is the bar so low for masculinity in the white community? Like, in the black community, even if I wasn't gay, I would not be considered as masculine because I'm not masculine. You know, I'm not masculine. I don't have the aura for it. Like, somebody like Donald Trump doesn't have the aura to be considered masculine. Somebody like Charlie Kirk doesn't have the aura to be considered masculine. When I think of masculine people, I'm gonna give some of them credit. I'm gonna give Pete Hegseth the credit. I'm gonna give, like, who else I can give the credit? Like, but the bar is so low when it comes to masculinity in the white community. They consider everybody who's not openly gay, who's not a known gay person, a masculine person. Like, that Donald Trump is the kind of person like who, like, he said he has never been in a fist fight in his life. This is a man, like, who's always whining about things. Like, bro, why is the masculinity bar so low in the white community? You need to do better. I see people considering men like Jesse Waters masculine. Like, this man, look at the way he sits down. Like, this is not a masculine man. And I'm a gay person. I'm a gay person who's very familiar with feminine and masculine, like femininity and masculinity. Jesse Waters in the gay community, he would be considered as a, well, he's too old now, but he would be considered as a twink, like, in his early years. Like, a twink, when you talk about a twink, like, this is somebody who's not overly masculine. Like, I'm not giving you definitions because that's not the real definition for it, but uh, this is not what an alpha male looks like. Like, these people, the conservative people, they need father figures. They are people with father daddy issues. They are looking. That's why they call Trump daddy. They are looking for fathers, and they are so desperate for a father figure that they would consider anybody as their father, like as their dad, like as the father figure. It's crazy. It's crazy. Pick somebody who, like, pick a better person. Pick a better person. Let's be honest. Like, why? I'm just annoyed by how low the bar is when it comes to masculinity. Let me tell you something. As problematic the black community is when it comes to hyper masculinity, those type of things, the black community takes masculinity very serious. That's why the black community is very extremely homophobic as well, even more homophobic than than the white community. White people, they can be very homophobic, especially white conservatives, threatening us, things like that. But the thing is, most of them are pussies, so they are not coming in our faces to do those things. They are not just going to come and attack us in public like that. Yes, it has happened very few times. But let me tell you something. Black people are even more homophobic. Black men, like, they will bully you for being gay. They will jump you for being gay. I have never jumped by a white person for being gay. Okay? Never. But the black community is so obsessed with masculinity, like so they take the bar so low when it comes to, excuse me, so high when it comes to masculinity. But in the white community, you don't even have to meet the bare minimum requirements. Like you are already considered as an alpha male. Like please look up for better father figures. It's annoying. It's annoying. Okay, so I'm getting very, very off subject. Very, very off subject. But the thing is, I do not understand how people can be so comfortable with being so hated globally. People like Donald Trump, people like the conservative people, Donald Trump, Charlie Kirk, Candace Owens. The same thing that happens to Charlie Kirk, like you see people celebrating. If something happens to Candace Owens, that's the same way people are going to celebrate. They do not think about that. People are going to celebrate it. Now imagine if that was Donald Trump, like people globally would have celebrated it. Okay, so you need to think like before you keep making so many enemies, hurting people's lives, doing those type of things. Like you need to think first. I do not understand why people are feeling so comfortable being hated by everyone, like being hated by the LGBT community, by Hispanic people, by Black people, by everyone all around the globe. And they are so comfortable with it. Like, it's crazy. Okay, so the thing is, when a group of people hates you, when you have a group of people hating on you, like you can be beefing with one person. People often choose the easy targets to beef with, like, like they will harass that Mexican lady who's minding her business because she looks vulnerable, she's a woman, things like that. So they would harass her. They would harass that short Mexican man. But they would not be harassing those who look like they can kick their asses. Because let me tell you something, as much as people like to pick on Mexican people or Black people, you mess with the wrong ones, you're gonna get jumped. And all the online racism, most of the racism are mostly online, because when white men try to be racist in Black men's face, they get jumped. Black people are gonna jump you. It's simple. Black people do not play. Black men do, even Black women. Black men do not play like that. Like you mess with them, they are going to jump you. And very, 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 like 99% of the time, they are going to mop the floor with your face. That's the wrong group of people to mess with. And you keep making so many enemies in all communities. Like, you keep making enemies in all communities. Like, you're beefing with everybody else. Mexicans. Mexicans. Like, you beefing with the Mexican cartels. Like, everybody. Like, every group of people is your enemy. So I do not understand why people feel so comfortable, having so many enemies. Why not just let people live their lives? You can still support something or not support something and not be a bully about it. But the conservatives, they are so wicked when it comes to, like, they want total control. They want submission. That's what they want. And life is too precious. Like, look at this man. Like, this man died at 31 years old. 31 years old, he died. And he did not even look like he was 31. Like, he looked like, he looked younger. When I looked at his face, like, I used to think he was younger. Even though he's not attractive, but his face, like, like the way he dressed his hair, like he looked like your typical, I'm not going to say twink, because twink are supposed to be handsome, like pretty, like cute face. Like twinks are not considered masculine. So you just consider like cute. I'm not giving you the definition for it because people have different definitions for those terms. But twinks, they are supposed to be like, to look a certain ways. Like Charlie Kirk, to me, like he looked like a twink. Like, this is not as I was saying again, this is not the type of person I would look like as an alpha male. Like, that's not the type of person who would, like, when he talks, like, an alpha male to me, like, they need to have a lot of things combined, like when it comes to their personalities, their voice, the bass in their voice, all of those things combined. But the bar is so low in the white community when it comes to alpha male, as I was saying again. So as I was saying, this man, like, he died so young, he did not even get to see his daughters going to high school, graduating, going to prom, all of those great moments, going to college. He did not even get to see those things. All because he was spreading hate. All because he was, and people wanna, like, conservatives, they wanna make it seem like, oh, this man died proud, like he died doing what he loved. Like, this is not a proud death. Trust me, like, this man regretted it. I can guarantee you, like, his last breath, he was thinking, shit, if I could go back in time. And if this man could go back in time and completely just ask everybody he has hurt for forgiveness. Please forgive me. I know I've done. If he could do that, like, if he could go back in time and do that, he would have taken the chance. Because no one wants to die. People act like people don't, like, no one really wants to die like that. Okay, at least not everybody wants to die like that, especially when you have things to lose. You have not lived your life long enough. You have young kids, like, I'm not familiar with these kids. I think I saw a video, they look like toddlers to me, little children. Wasted your life away for hating on people who have not hurt you personally. Crazy. It's crazy. If he could come back in time to change it, he would have. Life is too precious, and that's why I tell people on the internet not to mess with everybody, because people want to act tough. They want to act so tough. They go to that grocery store, to the local grocery store, and now they start arguing with a stranger. You don't know that person can walk outside and go to his or her car and grab something and take you out. And for no reason, for something that could have resolved so easily, now all of a sudden you lost your life over it. It's not worth it. Some things are very inevitable. Life is too precious. Life is too precious to waste it away for things that are avoidable. Like all of this could have been avoided. Okay, so yeah, like, I see people putting themselves in danger. People in traffic, you arguing with people in traffic while that person is sitting in his car. You don't know if that person has a power in his car, can pull it out, do things. It is not, like, even if people call you a coward, just mind your business, because people lose their lives too many times. And let me tell you something, as a gay person, I always say, like, if I did not choose to be celibate, well, I'm not fully celibate, but I choose to stay away. I sometimes take very long breaks. I've had terrible experiences with men, especially down low DL men, DL black men to be specific, because I don't date other group of people. But I've had terrible experience with DL black men. I've been physically abused. All of the things, like, most of the things you can imagine, you can imagine. And DL black men to be specific, are responsible for a lot of the deaths, like a lot of homicides in the gay community. In the gay community, I'm not even trying to be negative. Like, putting a stereotype, things like that. No, they are responsible for, excuse me, 1 second, for most of the homicides in the gay community. In the LGBT community as a whole, because lesbian people, you don't hear lesbian people taking each other out. You don't hear that. Please, when was the last time you heard a lesbian couple, was arguing with each other and then one of them pulled a pow pow and take the other person out? When was the last time you heard a lesbian, was dealing with a woman who was in the closet, and because that person was so insecure about their sexuality, they did not want the thing to come out, and they pow pow that person? When was the last time you heard that? And that's the difference between men and women. It doesn't matter your sexuality. It doesn't matter your sexuality. Like, men and women operate differently. That's why you will see that, like, the lesbian community is more peaceful than the gay community. The gay community is all about drama because this is men you're dealing with. People love to make it seem like women are the problem. Women like drama. No, women are like, the women you will see like participating in the drama. That's because they are trying to please the patriarchy. That's because they are trying to please men. Often it has a lot to do about men, about being insecure about their looks, to please men. It has something to do with men. Like, it has something to do with the patriarch, like with the way the patriarch was set up. So women are often more peaceful than men. When it comes to men, it is very chaotic. It is always very chaotic. Like, that's why you will see a lot of relationships in the gay community will not last. A lot of relationships in the gay community will not last because this is two men dealing with each other. Like, there is not really a balance like that. There needs to be like a balance, because when two men are dealing with each other, two very egoistical, like, shit, I have hard time pronouncing this word. Egoistical people, like, dealing with each other, like, it's just not, often it's not going to end well. And as I was saying again, if I was still like dealing with men as often as I used to when I was like fresh out of high school, like when I was like 18, those type of age, because I was very like, I was having fun at those age. If I was still dealing with this man, like meeting with them, things like that, like I could have been dead long time ago. Because that's how crazy men are. That's how crazy people are. That's how crazy people are. Life is too precious. Like, you cannot be messing around with the wrong people on purpose. Life is just too precious for that. Like, I don't want to see myself. I have not leave my life yet. So I don't want to see myself gone. Just because I was dealing with the wrong man, or just because I was disrespecting the wrong person. It's just not worth it. It's really not. It really not. People need to think first. Because this man wasted his life for nothing. Like, over nothing. Trust me, it's over nothing. All of this could have been solved. Okay, so the thing is, just be kind. Just be kind to people. If you're kind to people, you will live longer. Stop trying to argue with people. Stop trying to fight. Stop trying to make enemies. You're trying to make like enemies with a group of people, not just one individual, but like a whole group of people. Mexicans, Haitians, everybody, the whole black community. You trying to have beef with with a whole group of people. And when you're dealing with a group of people, sure, you might find you might find a lot of them who will not do anything about it, but you will find 1, 2, 10, 100 crazy of them in that group of people. Like, you're dealing with a whole community. It's not going to end well. All right, I'm going to leave the video here.